Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to another episode of the It Gets Better I Swear podcast. I'm your host, Louis Beans, and I'm here with Mark with the mic.
What is going on? What is going on?
Chillin', chillin', Mark. What it is.
A long weekend. So, the 25th, I hung out with Tommy. We kind of did our early birthday celebration for him. So we went. What we always do every year around this time is we go to retro game stores. We went on a figure hunt in Target and Time Warp in Long Island. And there's also a spot called Retro Relics. Then we went to both those spots and then did a lot of drinking and eat a lot of wings. That's what we did that day.
Nice.
Um, so I got a couple of the. So Target has this thing called Holocon. They do it every year. Usually it's based with NECA figures, but it also has a bunch of other figures coming out with it. From what I saw, it was Alf, Sonic, Turtles, uh, Stranger Things, um, and a couple other like big pop culture things that are going to be part of that thing. I think is every Friday they'll put figures up on for sale that you can put in pre-order, and so starting this Friday you'll get the first day of the Holocon, but it has started already as in stores are getting all the items that are a part of it. So basically, it kind of did start it, but the online sales don't start until this Friday.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So did it start then and they have something directly out
Yeah, so a lot of the
for
things are
pre-order?
out if you're in the hunt. Some states have more than others. So there were only like five things I really wanted um from this point, and I was able to get three out of five. No, four out
Okay.
of five. Cause I got the red
Mm-hmm.
Last Ronin. I got the accessory pack with the baby turtles in it. I gotta get his name. It's like It's like something too. It's like a big cop robot from TMNT. Robot. From...
Is he supposed to be like a RoboCop or something? Or
Yeah,
Terminator or something?
yeah. If you look at him, he looks just like Robot. Robocop. Rex One. That was his name.
Okay.
And he was like a RoboCop-ish kind of character that they brought into the show. Irma trying to date him as well. Irma had a big crush on him. Irma had a crush on everybody though. That's near here or there. Near here or there. I'll send you a picture of him. So I was able to get Rex One. I was able to get the accessory pack that has the baby turtles and a robot that's with them. I think the episode actually the robot was taking care of them, so that I think that's why it's all together there. I was able to get this black and red Last Ronin, so it was the original figure of the Last Ronin, just all red and black. It looked really cool. The only one I'm
Oh, I
missing,
don't. I don't.
yeah.
Wait a second. Wait a second. This guy might be the picture of the episode. You can't just gloss over that. What is that? Jesus Christ. What a jabroni.
And he's big. He's a
I
big
love him.
figure.
But his face is hilarious and he looks like he has shades on.
Yeah,
He looks like he has bebop shades on.
yeah.
Who made that?
I don't know.
Like in the show, do you remember who made him or no?
It was the police force. He made him to help with the
The
crime.
cops made him.
Yeah, the cops made him.
Oh. Oh, so really is RoboCop. Okay.
Pretty much. Yeah. So they did.
What?
So he got a
Wow.
figure, and that's the one I got.
That's a good one. All right.
Yeah, he's big too. He's
I
like
wonder
the
why. I
size.
wonder why he never came back in anything.
I don't know. He's like one of those characters. Like I like Donatelli. Donatelli was in like two episodes and never came back. So I want Donatelli figure still. NECA, get on it.
Yeah, he's got to cut. If that thing could come back, Don Totally could come back.
Yes,
Please.
but he's a big robot. It looks pretty cool. I was happy with it. The only one I'm missing is Mighty Hog and Super Rock and Rhino Man, which is Bebop and Rocksteady as superheroes. That's the one I want the most. The
Ah,
other
okay,
ones I could care
okay.
less about because those characters that are later on in the cartoon that I just didn't care for. Four of them are from the rejects of the beginning episode, so you'll see when you first see Bebop and Rocksteady get changed in the first episode. There's like four of the guys with them. There's those four of the guys. They kind of made a gang, a biker gang and shit like that, and those are the guys that are the team, and they actually have their mutant heads and stuff like that. But
Okay.
I don't care for them. But if I happen to find them, I'll probably grab them just to have them. But the one I really want
Mm,
is Mighty Hog and Super Rocksteady.
gotcha.
Rhino
Okay.
Man, that's his name, Rhino
Right
Man.
on, man.
So I did pick those up. I picked up Spider-Man from Marvel Legends, the Japanese version of Spider-Man. I saw that. I had to grab myself and Tommy one because it was like, yo, that's part of the Sentai. We need that. So we were able to get that. That was a FYE, I think it was. And what else I grabbed? I grabbed Corazon de Leon because I saw him in Target. I had to get him. I was like, damn it. And then there was one I got that only like Simpson fans will really appreciate it. And when I saw it, I made me laugh a lot. And is you remember when Troy McClure had like the sex ed tapes, the sex ed thing film in The Simpsons, and like Miss Krabappel put it on, and it was like the Fuzzy
Mm-hmm.
Bunny story.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
I bought Troy McClure and the Fuzzy Bunny.
I'm surprised they made that, but I saw the picture. It looks good. It looks
I was
good.
like, yo, I need this.
So, I mean, but at this point,
I think it's Super
any
7 that made it.
character,
Yeah.
I don't think any character in The Simpsons is off limits. So
Nah, they make everybody.
I look forward to more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like when Simpsons was making their figures out, making their figures, they made everybody. They have from like
Okay.
sexy Flanders to like Treehouse of Horror guys to like they made everybody. Even Bret Hart had a figure,
Okay. Good.
the
Good.
Simpson figure, yeah. Cause he's in like one episode, he has a figure. Kid Rock has a figure. Joe C had a figure. Things like that. Whoever made their appearance, I think they also have a Simpson figure.
Okay. All
So
right.
they did that. So it was cool. So I was able to get that, and yeah, we did a bunch of haul. That was the things I picked up, and yeah, we had a good time. It was fun. One of the highlights of me, and it was just more of his reaction. Um, so shout outs for Tenacious T. We do the Morphin Cast, and there's a character from Samurai called Antonio, and that's how they say his name.
Mm-hmm.
If you actually listen to the theme song, it says his name just like that. I found in Time Warp a figure of Antonio, and I bought it for $1. I was like, beautiful, $1. I grabbed it and I handed it to him like I was handing him a bag of weed and trying to hide it. Like I gripped it over my hand so he couldn't see it. And I was like, "Yo, here, Antonio," and he just like fell down, fucking laughing his ass off. I was like the best purchase I did that day, and that was only $1.
Good. Good. Good.
Those are cool. But yeah, that was what we had to do. Shout out to Morphcast. We will have the 30-year anniversary episode up this week, so definitely stay tuned for that as well. But yeah, I picked up those figures. I'm very happy with them. Uh, I gotta go through what I have, but that Spider-Man one made me excited too. I actually may open that one because it's part of the no window box
Mm-hmm.
figures. So
There's no mech, right?
no, there's no
They,
what,
they haven't made
Leopon.
one. Leopardon, I believe his name is.
Yeah, Leopon. No, there's no. Well, there's a Nemco Bandai version of him, but like America wise, they never make him. They never made him.
Okay. Okay.
But
They
I was
need
very
to.
happy to get that.
They need to. He needs something to sit in.
Yeah,
And they need to bring back the Spider Van.
yeah. The buggy.
Yeah, I know. Um, let's see. What else is there? I know after all that, I know Ishin came
Yes.
out for me, so I got to try. try that out. I got to the first few chapters, not that far in.
Yeah.
Um, but it's a funny. It's fun, but it's actually pretty funny when you pay attention to like the subtle things about
Yeah.
what Kiryu says to some of the characters and stuff. Like his character is really sarcastic. But then again, people just say things to him.
Yeah.
I think they can get away with a lot of stuff. And also it's because it's more, which is like it's hard to even imagine how, but it's more Japanese centric because it's older. It's an older time period.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see how they're still able to make those cultural things that we don't have still make them funny.
Yeah.
Like, cause a lot of the things. Remember the first big one that made me laugh a lot was the cult with the dancing,
Yeah. 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 I like that was funny.
and then they had the little dance that it makes. They said, oh, the message was a different thing when it started. Now these guys start using the dance as a cover when they want to do bad things, and then
Yeah.
they just say that the saying and get away with it. But it's so that if immediately it turns around to two of the guys
Yeah.
harassing the dude, and they say that they have the saying so and so motherfucker. And I'm like, what the hell is going on in this game?
Yeah, I'm digging this game a lot. It's a lot of fun. Yo, there was one mission I had. I don't want to spoil it because I actually kind of want you to get a surprise and get you deal with it
Mm-mm-mm.
too. So I'll hold off and not saying it about it. Um, but they have some really funny ass missions, and there was one that this so happened. Jackie was watching me play the game while this was happening, and she laughed her ass off and what the fuck dude what the mission was doing. She's like, "What the fuck is going on?" And it was really funny. I was like, "Damn, this game is cool." I'm getting better with the combat system. I'm learning how to like work everything together and stuff like that. I'm trying
Yeah,
to
that's what I
learn how to
saw. I
play
looked. I
mahjong.
oh, you actually trying to learn? I saw it. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Well, there's
I'm
a
good.
trophy if you just play every game. So I at least try to play the game at least once.
Oh, you have to just. Oh, I thought you had to beat. You don't have to win, right?
No, you just gotta play it.
All right, all right, all right. If that's the case, I'll probably just try to play it.
Yeah, and then
But I looked at it. I saw that the game place. I was like, nah, I'm good.
yeah, I did the
You got it.
karaoke. I did the dancing. I did a lot of the little thing, the little like
The
mini games.
the new one, the dancing is pretty good. I like the
Yeah,
dancing.
I didn't get used to it. I didn't like how it played.
It's confusing at first, but once you realize they give you like double the chances
Yeah,
because you got two fingers, you got two thumbs. Hopefully,
yeah,
sorry for my disabled gamers out there. This probably, I would be interested to know um if they ever thought about doing like you because I think about things like The Last of Us and all those
yeah,
Sony games that changed up and put options on top of options.
yeah,
I wonder if they ever thought about putting options for people like that are disabled and colorblind inside of Yakuza games. Like I think they at this point they should, because when you look at the options they have, like did you notice that you could just have the QTEs just win,
yeah,
like you just turn it off and it
yeah,
just does it. I was
yeah,
like, what? Or that any of the button presses that you have to mash, you can just they just changed it now to the hold option. And I'm like, all right, all right. And they have some color options. I think they do have colorblind options in there. And I was like, oh, that they did change a lot of this stuff. But I assume you can't just play the mini games and just let it beat it for you.
yeah,
So I would be interested to see if they have some in the future maybe.
yeah,
But regardless, it's still really really good. It's still really fun. Um, I have seen people put up glitches and stuff in the game. I have not had any, but they're not usually like, oh, the game just froze and the game locked up on me. It's always some weird, funny stuff. So I actually look forward to somebody flying up in the air because that's what happened to some dude.
yeah.
He got hit with a heat move and he just flew up in the sky. Never came back down. So I know you said as far as the combat and stuff that you like the dancing one. So having played it, yeah, I see why.
Yeah,
I see
it's
why.
cool.
It reminds me. It reminds me more of Majima's breakdance,
Yes, it does.
which is how you're able to just scoot. All you need to go somewhere, just press that A button,
Yeah.
and that's it. Just scoot. Um, but I told you when I was looking to see what the difference is between them, I found out what the guns are for. Like, yeah, it's cheap.
Yeah.
It's cheap, and it works on the bosses. You could just knock them down and shoot them. And I changed the gun to the. There's not that much variety in the beginning. Like I know I have to go through and stuff,
Yeah.
but I found a replacement for the default gun that's rapid fire,
Okay.
and so I switched it to that one. And then yeah, that's it. Just knock them on the floor and then just shoot that,
Yeah. That's cool.
and the health just drains. So like I like that there's variety. So that's good.
Yeah. And have you got to the
So
card? Have you got to the card yet?
no, I'm not
No.
even up to
Okay.
the cards yet. So I know there's even more. So
Yeah.
that's good.
Those actually help you out too. And then if you like I did the deluxe version of it, so I got like Kenny Omega's card and all these characters, and those powers are fucking ridiculous.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. They
They'll
should
knock
be.
out a whole like crew in one like shot.
Hmm.
So it's really cool, man. I'm enjoying it. I'm trying my best to play it whenever I can. I got my shoutouts. I got my iPad Pro. I've been saving for, so because I've been wanting to play with the logos and things like that, and like learn how to do it myself. So I got that to do play around
Hmm.
with. But I also did it for a bigger screen for my PlayStation on the go kind of thing. So it worked out.
Gotcha.
Works
Gotcha.
out so I can play that without playing because I've been playing on my phone. So especially with certain things like you're fishing, I had to bring the phone up to see where the red line was where when I was fishing.
Oh, okay. I understand.
And then the little baseball thing they have too, that kind of you kind of have to look where they're shooting it towards. So yeah, they have a baseball kind of thing. It's in the island that you had to like you had to take a boat to. It's like on a beat up island. But if you're on the docks, there's a game that you're pretty much like cutting a cannon, like a baseball bat. So the cannon will shoot at
Mm,
you, and
mm.
if you time it right, it will cut it in half. If you kind of time it wrong, it will just hit it, and you'll get
Yeah, I
like
did
less
see that
points.
one.
So they do that, and then also they have a gun one that you have to shoot the targets on a certain amount of time with and break them in half as well.
Okay, okay.
It's not bad, but it plays like the baseball game. Like it's very similar to the baseball game.
Yeah, I noticed it.
Yeah.
I was surprised at what happens to the cannonballs. I was
Yeah.
like, doesn't he just blow up? No, you don't blow up.
Nope.
So it's pretty funny.
I just got to chapter 7. That's where I'm at now.
Okay, okay.
It's
All
a
right.
lot of
Well,
stuff.
I'm not gonna rush it. Make sure
Yeah.
I take my time because I know it's a lot of stuff in there, a lot of different stuff.
Oh god, and like this friendship things are annoying.
What you mean? Not the ones where you raise the bar for the
Yeah,
shopkeepers and stuff.
they're
Not that.
annoying because there's a lot of them.
Well, I
There's a
mean,
lot of them, and some of them are
in
really slow.
I guess that
Like
they're slow. I got
there's
you. I got
one
you.
particular like you probably see it eventually, and this is like not really a sport because it's not a big storyline, but you just see a dude like dead on the floor, and you go help him, and you give him a health bar, and he just goes up a little. He wants your good shit in order for him to get healthy. Like I ain't giving you my good shit, I'm giving you the cheap shit, and you fucking get your ass up.
I
Trying
got
to
you. I
take
got
my
you.
deluxe pills and shit. Fuck that guy. He could die
Well,
there.
I know that stuff becomes easier to get with later on
Yeah.
probably. So I I thankfully I know they aren't famous for notoriously like difficult side quests and stuff and
Yeah.
grindy things except for like the leveling.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I saw that was like you got to grind the levels to max them out.
Not really
But
either.
like
Like
other than that,
I
everything
feel like
is
it kind of goes with the game. Like you're gonna end up doing the things anyway, and that's how I've been leveling up. Like I don't feel like I was grinding anything as of late. I'm
Oh
at
no,
30s.
I don't mean the regular stuff. I
Oh,
mean
okay.
like to finish everything.
Yeah, yeah,
Like if you want to finish the entire stuff, there's some because you don't play them.
yeah, yeah,
Like if it's a style you don't play,
yeah.
and it's like say I think the max is like 99. I saw. So obviously by a normal playthrough, you probably won't get there.
No,
But if you want to get there, that's when the grinding comes in.
yeah.
That's what I mean.
The trophy only goes to 50 though.
Oh, okay. So there you go.
So,
You don't have to do it.
so that's a good thing. But yeah, I see
Mhm.
the fight menu and stuff like that. I've been very happy with it. It's
Yeah, I
really
saw the 100-man
yeah,
fighting thing in the Coliseum. And I
yeah,
know there's more that unlocked too.
yeah,
So they got everything. They got all the staples.
yeah. Learning the weapons and which ones are better than others and stuff like that. So I'm getting there.
Hmm.
There's a lot of sub
Did you try to
stories.
make any of the stuff yet?
Yes, I made a. Right now, I have like a sword that I freaking like overly powered the sword.
Okay, good, good.
Like I made
Gotcha.
it. It was a 600 and something strength, and I built it. I
Hmm.
I, I built it all the way to like almost 2,000.
Okay,
It's a
good,
strong
good.
ass sword.
So they do let you do stupid stuff like that.
Yeah,
Good.
because you collect the leveling up thing. It just costs a lot to build it,
Hmm. Hmm.
but it's a good game, man. I'm very happy with it. It's been fun.
I'm,
And
I'm just glad it is finally out because that was one of the games that, for the longest time, nobody thought it would ever come to the U.S.
yes, I'm glad it did.
So, but- and they didn't think it would succeed. That's one of the things. So
Yeah.
I know lots of people bought that.
Yeah,
I know a
I've
ton of
I've been
people. So,
recommending it to everybody too. I'm like, yo, buy it. I don't care. Just buy
hmm.
it. Just buy it. Support.
Yep.
Buy it. There you go. You said there was a Pokemon Direct
Oh, I didn't. No, I didn't catch it, but I know it happened this morning.
today announcing. I don't know. They know it.
The only thing I saw was they announced. I can tell you right now. An expansion for the what is it, Scarlet and Violet?
Oh, okay.
Did you pick those up or no? Or
No,
one of those or no?
I wasn't really interested in because I tried to play the last game, the remake, and I couldn't get into it.
Okay, okay. But
I
yeah,
just I
that's
just
the
didn't have.
main thing they.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, that's the main thing I see.
Yeah.
That's the main piece of news.
And then we had the
Uh,
PlayStation Direct that came
what
out
else?
on Tuesday.
Oh,
They
that was
sh-
Tuesday. Okay.
they showed
I I
Suicide Squad.
I skimmed through it. I skimmed through most of it. Yeah, I saw Suicide Squad piece. It looked like a fun game that's got some really bad decisions put in at the end. I didn't like all that. It has to be online stuff that people found out about. I didn't. I'm tired of the loot. I'm tired of the loot.
Yeah.
I'm tired of the loot. It's even in Yakuza, but it's not as just scummy
Yeah.
because it's a part. It's obviously they're not gonna make you pay money to get better loot.
Yeah.
Eventually, they said cosmetics,
Yeah.
but you know how it breaks down like the first year, and then it goes into some other stuff later. Oh yeah, you buy this gun.
Yeah.
I don't believe. I don't trust them.
Also, shout outs
Um,
to Samoa Joe. He's King Shark in the game.
yes, sir. So,
It
but
looks
the game
interesting.
itself looks fun. That's the thing I like about it. Like I told you, it looks like Fortnite the way that you can move, like the
Yeah.
freedom of movement and the gunplay. I'm like, all right, that doesn't look bad. But there's other stuff that's got me like on the fence. So,
Yeah.
what you think about what you saw?
I was excited to see the Street Fighter characters I saw. With Zangief
No,
and
no, I'm talking about Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. It looks like a better version of Gotham Knights.
I get, all right, all right,
It
all
looks like
right.
the
Yeah,
kind of
well, man,
the same premise, like the same kind of style. Just it looks a lot better because Rocksteady's doing it.
I can see that. I can see that. Except I didn't see any engaging like hand to hand, like being a focus. I saw it being like the secondary. So I'm
Yeah.
like,
Well, when you see King Shark was very like inside and like very close range and all that stuff.
he was also carrying a giant minigun
That is
for
true.
most of the that's and swimming in the air.
Yeah. Well, that's how you do. King Shark. That's his skill. Swims in the air.
It was hilarious.
It looks alright. Am I sold on it? No. I hope they put a demo out. I really do.
That would be good. That would
Um,
be, yeah. Thought
Other
about
than
that.
that, like there was not really. I thought like well, Street Fighter, what they showed, I was very happy with. Everything else, like I was like, okay, that dog one you were showing me looked interesting. I think it was called Humanity.
Yeah, Humanity.
That
That's
looked
like the
really
other
good.
game that got my interest because most of the stuff. This was a showcase mostly for PSVR too.
Yeah,
So a lot of the stuff that did come out, including Humanity, can be played with it. But
yeah,
uh, when you asked me about it, I looked into it. Like it's also just a PS5 game,
okay.
but it looks like it has like lemmings, has like intelligent cube in it with the cube. I don't know if you remember that from like PlayStation
I
from
remember
way
showing
back
it.
in.
Yeah, I remember it was like one of the first demo discs.
Yeah, yeah. But like, there's a lot of that just weird PlayStation One energy in that game. I'm like, that's kind of the stuff I miss that they don't make anymore.
Yeah, I used to, like, you know what? That's what kind of remember. I was looking at it too. I like now you're talking about that cube game. Now I see it too. I was like, huh, that actually does look like that. And then also, like I like Catherine, and it kind of had a vibe of Catherine a little bit in there too.
Yeah, and a little bit of Katamari with the dog
Yeah,
leading the people around and stuff. So I
yeah,
was like, oh, this game looks like it got a lot of good inspirations in it.
yeah,
So like that's why it got my interest. Um, but yeah, Street Fighter, man, the captain, the representative himself, the man, the myth, the legend, the Zangief. Finally, they showed him,
yeah. He looked really dope.
but nobody's talking about
Yeah,
Zangief. Everybody's talking about Cammy.
everybody's talking about Gammy.
She did one thing. She stretched, and everybody was like, "Jesus Christ! All right, you guys, cut it out. Cut it out. Relax. Stop it."
Yeah, but it's funny is I hear all the love for Zangief. I heard all the love for Cammy, and I heard so much shit on the other girl. I didn't think she looked that bad.
The little girl. Yeah. I I just people just don't like cutesy characters as much as they think they do.
Yeah,
Cause she's specifically like a that's like a Japanese not stereotype, but they always had to have a cutesy character.
yeah,
As I guess some people will like it. I like that she's not related because I don't know who she is per se. They don't really say yet,
yeah,
but she has to do with T-Hawk. So
yeah.
I'm like, all right, that's fine. That's
Makes
fine. If he's
sense.
not gonna be in the game, then you have somebody from his either his family or his tribe or just his neighborhood because obviously she references some things. And I believe that's his ego. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
So
I'm excited for it.
that's
I'm more excited for Street Fighter after I seen that too. I'm like, oh, Zangief looks really dope too. I was very happy.
yeah. He looks like he just more than Street Fighter Five. He looks like a nice complete character.
Yeah,
He's got the counters from that they put later in the game. He's got the V trigger spin as a regular super. I think that's his level 2 because they all have 3 supers in the game.
he's doing Jackhammer.
Um, and he says it.
Yeah,
He says it in points. That's like,
yeah,
there you go. The best jackhammer ever. Screw
yeah,
Goldberg. Get out of here.
yeah.
Get out of here.
Looks good. It
Um,
does look good.
definitely.
But
Yep.
Cammy,
So, Jamie looks good. Like she does. Besides how she physically they made her look,
yeah,
which actually I think is probably the most tame version of Cammy they ever made.
yeah,
Because people were going nuts about how she looks with Street Fighter Five. Like they just cheeks upon cheeks
yeah,
in that character.
yeah.
I'm
Her
sorry.
booty was all out there. Her booty ain't showing that much
Um,
here.
and then all the costumes were the same thing. So
Yeah,
again, this one looks a little bit more grounded. But
yeah.
I like that they did the homage to the movie with the assassination.
Yes, that was really
That's
cool.
also her level 2.
That
Because
was really cool.
that also goes back to Street Fighter 4. They put that in the game. In
Okay.
Street Fighter 4, that counter super,
Yeah.
but it wasn't directly a reference. It was just
Okay.
a counter that did something else. So there you
Okay.
go.
So this one now is
But
a super.
hmm
Cool.
and because she has 3, you can pick between it. I like that they evolved like her default move, because if you notice the cannon spike, she can do things out of it now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, that's what you need to do. Evolve the characters you already have, and it looks good. So I'm glad to see they came out looking dope.
Yeah.
I don't think there's been a bad character reveal.
No.
Like, people may not like the characters, but I'm just saying objectively, like they didn't. None of them look like, oh, this character looks like they
I think
didn't
it's a
finish
good
it.
balance of characters too. I think they did a good job in balancing everyone around.
Mm-hmm.
You got some of your slow but strong. Yeah, some of your fast, but yeah, you got a good balance of everything.
And you got Ryu sitting in the middle. Yep.
Yep. With his rock hard feet.
I don't even think he knows what lotion is.
No, his foot is probably like a cement block.
Yeah, you don't want to get. But he's got sandals on now. He finally started wearing sandals.
Yeah, this part, yeah, because he probably wanted to put cushion on the kick now. He kick you, he gonna knock you out, so that's why he puts the sandals on to give you a little cushion.
True that. Don't get hit with that roundhouse.
Yeah. So I'm excited for it.
Somebody made a meme. I just want to point out. I would send it to you. Somebody made a meme of Joel from that. I don't know who the guy is.
Yeah.
The guy that you usually see, he looks to the side. He just has like a semi smile, and then he nods his head once. And he's like a woodsman or something. He looks kind of like Chuck Norris, but it's not Chuck Norris.
Yeah. I don't know who that is.
And the guy from I'll send it to you, Neil Druckmann from what the hell is the show we were just talking about? Last of Us.
Yeah.
Yeah. You put it out. Also, why isn't that a thing? Why don't game companies make the memes themselves with the characters? They have the assets. That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
That's all I'm saying.
That's cool.
Like, it's legit good.
Yeah.
Like, it's really good.
Yeah, shout outs to Last of Us. The last episode was really good. I'm been very, very, very happy with this show.
Did you see so you know why Ed Boon is happy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Oh wait, that was one of the things. That was one of the things. That Mortal Kombat 12 got confirmed, not Injustice 3, but it was on some like investors call where the guy was reading out. It was like a legitimate business person reading out Warner Brothers games.
Yeah.
In the most like deadpan voice ever. And it was just like, damn, that kind of sucks. That's how they announced it, or how it got put out into the world.
Yeah.
Instead of Ed Boon announcing it. But it's real.
Yeah.
It's real. And then the surprise is that is coming before Injustice 3.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed with that. Yeah, I like Injustice, so I kind of wanted another Injustice. That's just.
I mean, it's not dead.
No,
it's not dead.
But because we had a Mortal Kombat, so because Mortal Kombat still plays the same. So I was just like,
I guess that's what WB wants.
Yeah, that's what
WB probably wants that.
Yeah.
They're probably like, Injustice, DC, we gotta wait till Flash comes out to see where this is.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat, we don't have to wait. Just announce it.
That is true. But I hope it was good.
So,
I did like 11 a lot. So
I did not play it. It just didn't grab me.
Yeah.
Like X, I think, for my money, is still the best Mortal Kombat they made.
I liked 11. I thought 11 did a good job, and they kind of hybrid the fight style with Injustice and MK.
And that's why I don't like it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm
like more of an MK. Yeah, I'm not saying it was bad, but like if I had to pick between the two, I pick MK over Injustice.
Yeah.
I just had bad experience.
Yeah.
With Injustice, man.
I like
Superman was bad.
Yeah.
Superman was bad in the first one.
Yeah.
He was so broken in the first game. Why was he so broken?
I didn't like the first one that much either, but the part 2 I loved a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I really enjoyed part 2. And then they added
Not to
the
mention they did go
intros.
all out.
Yeah, and then they
I
added
was
the
about to say, yeah,
intros
they
in
went
the
all
end.
out.
I was like,
Yeah, pretty much.
yeah. So it was good. You want to get into this movie?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got this week's movie is The Dark Knight, and that is from 2008. It is PG-13. It is 2 hours and 32 minutes.
Yes.
The release date, I remember, I think I saw it like not day one, like week one,
Yeah.
with Japstar and them.
Yeah.
Um, it was they have the premiere date for July 14th. They have here for the premiere. What was the is that the regular
It came
release?
out like a
No, the
week after
18th
my birthday.
was yeah, the 18th is the original release date.
Yep.
Um, so let's see. It is directed by Christopher Nolan. I don't think we have to go through his list because we know it's a lot of good stuff. Um, it is written by Jonathan Nolan.
Mm-hmm.
Is he actually related to him? Or
Yeah, it's his
you
brother.
never know in Hollywood. Could be or could not be.
Does
Okay, it
and
is.
and
All right.
David Goyer also helped with the story.
David S. Goyer. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm. And we also talked about him a lot.
That's true.
Yeah.
And they give credit to Bob Kane, obviously,
Yep.
creator. The movie stars Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne / Batman.
Batman.
Heath Ledger as the Joker. Aaron Eckhart as Harvey Dent. Michael Caine as Alfred.
I like Michael Caine as Alfred.
Maggie. Yeah, he's good. He's very good in this movie. Maggie Gyllenhaal as Rachel.
I didn't care
Gary
about
Oldman as Gordon. Morgan Freeman as Lucius Fox. Monique Gabriella Kernan as Ramirez, which I still feel like why couldn't they just put those two? They literally were those two, but whatever. And Rondine as Wirtz. They couldn't just put was it Bullock and
Yeah.
what's her name? Montoya.
Yeah, they
Just
didn't
they
do
could have
them.
just did it.
Yeah.
They didn't do it. They had surrogates, whatever. Let's see. Is this a guy coming back? Cillian
Yeah, Cillian
Murphy
Murphy.
as
Cillian
Scarecrow?
Murphy, yes.
The same person? Okay. Trying to see who else was a big character. Well, Nestor Carbonell. Yeah, Carbonell as the mayor. He was a central character. Eric Roberts as Maroni. I forgot that was Eric Roberts. I was like, why does he
Mr.
look so
Best of the
familiar?
Best himself.
Best of the best. Well, I guess I have to. Chin Han as Lao. Richie Coaster as Chechen. Anthony Michael Hall as Engel. Keith, don't ask me to pronounce that. Sir Rabaka as Stevens. Colin McFarlane as Loeb. Joshua Harto as Reese. 'Cause I'm trying to get all the gangsters because they were essential figures. Melinda McGraw as Barbara Gordon. That's true. Forget about. Nathan Gamble as James Gordon, little boy Gordon. They did not want to have Barbara Gordon, the daughter.
Yeah.
I noticed that as a character. They just didn't. Interesting. There he is. Michael Jai White as Gamble. Is that about it for like the main?
William Fincher is the bank manager.
I mean, he kind of had a big role in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
He came out busting. He was with that shotgun. He was like, "You gotta die." Nobody else in there. No real cameos or anything. I don't think. No, that's about it. Mind you, there's a ton of people in this movie. So this is not literally a continuation. This is just more of another later on in the stories of Batman. It seems because it's not like right after the Ra's al Ghul stuff. They don't say exactly how. Do they say how many years after?
This is supposed to be a couple years after. It's not supposed to be that long after. Because if you
Okay,
remember in
okay.
the ending of Begins, you see the Joker card and all that shit.
Yeah, you see the card.
Yeah,
Um, so as we know, this movie starts out with the bank heist,
yeah,
and we're introduced right away to the Jokers, but we're not introduced to the Joker himself, only in name because they mention him.
yeah,
Um, and then so what? The bank manager notices something's going on, but the those guys are pretty on top of everything. They cut the silent alarm. They had the principle to there's gonna be less and less of them at the end of the mission because they as soon as one guy completes his part of the heist, he's shot.
yeah. He was told to
Um,
shoot the next person. That was part of their
and then that
rules.
gets
Each one had the rules like, oh, you're gonna do this, and then you hit him. You do this, and you hit him. So he had it all in the circle too, and even to the T of him about to get shot and he timed the bus to fucking go right through that dude.
they did see. I guess he probably knew that the uh like you said, the bank manager
Yeah,
was gonna be packing some heat. So that's why when the guy when he was shooting and he said, "Is he out?" You notice that the actual Joker said, "Yeah, he should be." He stood up and then the guy got shot.
yep,
Because I guess like the one thing that you notice in this movie is not just the fact that the guy's crazy, right? Is that he is extremely calculated.
yeah,
Like that's one thing they really really show you about the Joker, and I think that doesn't even come across in any other real media that I know of. Again, in the comics, it's different writers, but that's never usually how he's depicted as being like this. What was it, meticulous, like down to the little detail. Like it almost seems like the Riddler type of deal. You know what I mean? Where like every little thing is thought
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Um, and not for nothing, it actually works with the character.
No, 100%. I think this was actually 100%. I think Joker was the highlight of this movie in general. Like just the scenes and everything like that. I think it was a very strong performance by Heath Ledger in this.
Hmm, hmm.
Because I even like the bank heists, the scene, the gangster scene when he one of seeing this pencil disappear, kind of shit, and just in general, just how he acted and how he just did not care about the financial gain or anything of anything. He just wanted to watch the city burn, and that was his goal. I want to watch the city burn. I don't care about your money. I know you care about it, and he's gonna, and that's how he tormented everybody.
Yeah, pretty much. But he used everybody else to get what he wanted,
Mhm.
and that's like, again, that's not usually what you see out of the Joker.
Yeah.
Usually, Joker's just showing up and just blowing stuff up. He's just got his henchmen. They're robbing banks. That's how he gets his money. But like, usually it's just brutality and mixed with his insanity is what you usually get. So I do appreciate the work that Heath Ledger put into the character because obviously we know it took a toll on him,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But he went all in, and that's why it's the best character in this movie. I will say though, watching it and listening to the lines he had, I understand why the wrong people gravitated towards the character in real life.
Yeah.
Cause it's a dangerous character. The stuff he's saying is very dangerous.
Yeah.
Like when you try to apply it to real life, it's very dangerous. Like you can't live like that. You can't live like him in a society, basically.
No, you cannot.
So, um, but that said, like nothing he ever really said didn't make sense. And it's like, damn, dude, like they made the craziest character not crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it worked, and it worked. Um, for most of the other characters, like they did a good job. Like Christian Bale's still good as Batman. Still good as Bruce Wayne slash Batman. I the 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 interactions though, I think between his character and like Lucius Fox and Alfred and Harvey Dent, and even Maggie Gyllenhaal's character, like I thought that was like the strength of it, not really so much just him being Batman in
No.
this movie, because obviously he was mostly just kicking ass and stuff, which was good. When I think about also, I thought about the scenes where he was like dismantling the thugs and stuff, and the one that hit me the most was the one at the end in the building, in the constructed building,
Yeah.
and it's mostly because that looked like Arkham Asylum,
Yeah.
and it and and it's not like, because again it's 2008. You have to remember that while there might have been somebody who saw something and there might have been some influences, the time period, the one couldn't have influenced the other, because the Arkham Asylum was influenced by old Batman, was
Yeah.
influenced by animated series.
Yeah.
This movie was being filmed. That game was either just coming out or was just out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it couldn't be influenced by it. And it was just like, damn, that's Batman.
Yeah.
Like that action, the way he surveyed the entire situation, the way he went in and tried to take down everybody non-lethally, the way he used the sonar from freaking Lucius, and like it was like, damn, and was getting the intel at the same time. It's like, Jesus Christ, like that's Batman right there.
Yeah.
Like that's when we got none of that in like Justice League.
Yeah.
Maybe a pinch of that in Justice League and stuff.
You got like one scene.
So it's just one scene,
One scene.
one scene.
Yeah.
And it was just like, oh, like, dude, like this movie, I, I understand why this is people's favorite out of the trilogy, or usually mentioned as the strongest, because
Mhm.
it's just like they captured the Joker in a certain way that even though he wasn't traditional Joker, it was still like, God, they put so much effort into it that you can't sit there and go, this is crap, this is BS. And then with the way that Batman interacted with everybody, with the criminals, with his environment, which is like a central thing. It was just like, dude, they put in homework.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I get the voice is stupid.
Oh God.
I get
Yeah.
that they could have had him modularize, so they could have modularized the voice or something. They could have just not did that, but they chose it. But for me, like I sat there watching the movie, I was like, this entire movie is just good. Like even the parts where they were just talking and going through things, it never got to a point where you sat there waiting, because something was always ready to happen, like in the next scene.
Yeah.
Like even the dinner party was like, oh, we're gonna have this nice dinner party. It's gonna be just people, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
rich people. Harvey Dent smoozing. He didn't want to be there, and then immediately the Joker shows up, and it's like, damn,
Yeah. And
we
then the
couldn't
whole
even rest.
the whole killing Maggie Gyllenhaal character and shit, and then the two bombs, and this also led into Two Face, and it was like, oh shit. You had the origin of Two Face in this as well. He was not as big, but he kind of made his presence towards the ending. But
No, but it's not to say that they didn't give you enough of Harvey Dent during the movie that you understood Harvey Dent and
yeah,
his motivations.
yeah,
And then so when he became Two Face, it made sense for him to be so angry and bitter.
yeah,
As he was trying his hardest to save the city, and then that literally ended up blowing up in his face and blowing half his face off. So
yep.
it's just like,
Figuratively
damn,
and literally blows his
yeah.
face off.
I there was some language in there where they said things that were like, usually you would think, oh, that's a corny line,
Yeah,
but the way they delivered certain lines about like half and two, and what was that nickname that you used to call me, and all that stuff,
yeah,
like everything, it didn't get a chance to be cheesy. And I was like,
yeah,
bro, this movie is written really well too.
yeah,
Like it's, dare I say it, I think this was like the first superhero movie that didn't feel like a superhero movie to me.
yeah.
Like it just felt like a action drama that had Batman in it, really.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course there was some stuff that just made me laugh. Like my favorite scene with the Joker was when, because he, you know what, they framed him really well in certain scenes. I thought one of the things that is not really talked about is how when you, it's like when a character is like standing in a certain spot
Yeah.
and there's things around them happening, or they're in front of a building, or they're in front of like fire, or in front of things. Like the Joker was framed very well in this movie in different scenes. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
But the coolest one for me was the one with the dogs. And he's standing there with the three dogs and he's talking shit to Batman, and he says, "Go get him." And then the dogs jump him, and you find out once again Batman's weakness is dogs.
Yeah.
And then the Joker runs in while the dogs are eating Batman, and he's beating the shit out of him with the pipe, and I just started laughing. It was just too good. It was too good.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, dude.
So what is gonna be your review of this movie?
I I was thinking of giving it a 5, but I don't think it's a perfect movie. But I think it might be one of the best movies we've seen,
Okay.
and it's one of the longest too,
Yeah.
which is crazy. So I'm gonna give it a 4.75.
Okay. That'll be your number one right now. Dark Knight is your number one with a 4.75. All right. I'm gonna go 4.5. I got really annoyed of his voice in the middle of the movie, and I tried not to make that the thing, but that's the thing that really bothered me. I was like, why do you have to talk? Like, especially if no one knows who if you're Bruce Wayne, you really don't have to use that voice all the time. If it's someone that you like, if you're talking to Gordon, that makes sense because he knows who Bruce Wayne is. But the fact that it's a random Doug, you don't need to use that voice. Just
I will
saying.
only counter that. I will only counter that argument with the fact that he's always on television,
That is true.
because he's always donating money to some charitable cause,
Yeah.
and he's always speaking. So he's a public figure, so you would notice his voice.
There you go. All right. I agree with that then. But I enjoyed it. I liked Heath Ledger as Joker a lot. I liked a lot of his scenes and just how they made him a criminal, like a psychotic genius in this movie. I really dug that in this movie.
Hmm.
He was 100% a psychotic genius. So
Yeah.
yeah. So Dark Knight, I give it 4.5. That's my number one movie right now as well. Um, next up on our movies, we got Punisher Warzone.
Okay. I remember liking this one, but I've only seen it once.
One thing I remember about this movie is that he jumped out the window and drop kicked someone through a fence.
What? All right. Well, that
No,
sounds good.
like legit, he stabbed through the fence. Like he stomped him through the fence.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, all
yeah,
right.
yeah. That's
That
one
sounds
thing I
even better.
remember
Okay.
100% of it. So yeah, Punisher Warzone. We got The Spirit next. We got Punish, Watchmen, Wolverine Origins, Surrogates, White Out, Defender, Paperman, Loser, Kick-Ass, Iron Man 2, Jonah Hex, Scott Pilgrim vs. World, Red, Green Hornet, I Am Number 4, and Thor. Wraps up what we're going to be doing next.
The one I'm most interested in seeing, because I wanted to, but I didn't when it was out, is Red.
Red.
Like, what the hell is? Yeah.
And we got a sequel to that Red, too.
Mm-hmm. True that.
So, yeah. We are at movie number 50 with Punisher Warzone.
Okay. Gotcha.
So, we wrap this up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for listening to another episode of the It Gets Better As We podcast. Make sure you check us out anywhere and everywhere. Red Cyclonic. That is Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. That is YouTube. That is SoundCloud. That is Spotify. And we had a WordPress.
Yep.
Where you at, Merc?
Follow me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, YouTube, SoundCloud, and Twitch, or Merc the Mike. Also follow my TikTok, Merc the Mike, is Beers and Figs. You like figures, you like beer, follow that page. Also, shout outs to Popcorny Podcast, Tenacious T, our fellow brother of Red Cycle Inc. He has his own side podcast of pop culture and everything with Jeremy. Check them out. It's on Spotify. Popcorny. Check them out. Send a middle finger if you like. I don't care. Or yell Antonio. It'll probably make him laugh. Um, and yes, and always remember, follow the Jinkies.
Also, before we follow the Jinkies, I would
Yes.
just like to point out it's the 25th anniversary of Burning Rangers. Mad random, but it's one of my favorite Sega Saturn games.
Burning Rangers. What
One of
was
the
that?
best songs. It was like a futuristic fighting game,
Yeah.
and it's made by Sega, and it has amazing music.
Burning
So,
Rangers. Hold up. You can't just say it and then you can't talk about
and the
this now.
theme song is sung. The theme song is sung by the guy who says Daytona.
Ooh.
And I know you remember that. I know you
Hey,
remember
he
that guy.
don't know what's going on.
So, yep.
This is a Sega Saturn game.
Hmm.
So this is gonna be a bitch to try to find a play. But cool.
Yeah, I know. It's not emulated. They don't put it on. They don't put Saturn games on anything. That sucks.
Yeah. What's this?
Anyway, it's good. It's good. So,
Yep.
I'll
So
definitely find some Burning Rangers music to take us out. Anyway,
yes.
make sure you follow the Jinkies.
Yeah, yeah. Follow him. Watch him.
Watch him.